Parsifal. I also go by Will, and I am back with another sketchbook tour. This is a handmade sketchbook made by my friend Logan, aka TrenchCoatGecko, and I will link them in the description below. I apologize for the taped spine. I got water on the spine and it started to rip, and I apologize because it's handmade. So I just put some washi tape on it just to keep it solid. But I use this for a lot of life drawing, so I took it a lot of places, but then I stopped going to life drawing class because it was too far / too expensive. So I finished off with some personal studies that I did just to try and keep things thematic and stuff like that. But I really love this. It's handmade and it's got a really cool cover, and you can see some water stains on the back. Oops. But I really, really like this sketchbook. It's really cool. And I love this inside cover of the neon green. I just covered it with like a bunch of personal stickers. And it's 13 sheets, 28 pages, and it's 4 by 6 inches. So I started with some nose studies, and this took me quite a bit of time. I started in July and I didn't finish until like now, but that's because I was mainly just using this for life drawing at first, and then I stopped going to life drawing, and so I forgot about the sketchbook for a little bit, but I finished it. Some more life drawing practice, and this is just all going to be life drawing practice, but I did this one with Pit Pen and Coal Erase. And this one I did with ink wash and watercolor because there was cups of different ink washes, so I want to use my teacher's brush. And then I think the actual drawing was a ballpoint pen. And then I did it again by painting over this with acrylic and then using Sharpie. And that was really fun. I actually really, really like this page quite a bit. I used white Posca on top of it. And I don't know, I really like how this turned out. And I kind of want to do this again, but I have to be careful with the paper I use this with. This was really good paper for it, but I don't know if I trust it with anything else. This one was done with a bunch of marker and highlighter. I did a lot of really experimental stuff in this because I was trying to be experimental with my life drawing stuff. This one was just going straight in with brush pen. This one was another one that I just went in with marker. This one is colored pencil on top of more colored pencil. And then it looks like I did some ink wash in the back on top of just other colored pencil, like drafting stuff. And some studies. I did a foot and the face again. This was just a hand study I did when I was at home, just to sort of make this look a little bit nicer. Try some more experimental wild things. Say wild as if it's actually like interesting. It's not. This was me just putting a bunch of ink stains on this. What I did was I took a wet brush that had ink on it and just splattered over and then closed it and then waited for it to dry. Another one where I just went in with a marker. I think this one I had a pink brush pen. And a coal erase figure study. Some more figure studies where I just focused on a specific part, and then this one was where I just tried to fit it all into the page. And then this is where I started doing the studies on my own. You can see it skipped from October to March. So I did a climbing pose. I think this was a downwards climbing pose. This one I went in with ink wash and pen. I really think that it was kind of interesting how the pen reacted with ink wash, because the pen was not water resistant, so that gave it a very interesting sort of hue to it. I did some studies of ears and teeth, because ears and teeth are weird, funky body parts. This one is like one of those like plastic teeth bottoms. And some more figure studies. I got these references from I used to be able to say it. Senshi stock. I did these in ballpoint. Another one where I just went in with my pink brush pen. And I colored this one in highlighter again because I want to do again with like the same sort of like gouache thing I did last time, but I don't have gouache, so I don't have acrylic, I do have gouache, but I don't use it all that often. So I colored this page in highlighter and then used a black brush pen on top of it. Wasn't exactly the same sort of feeling as a Sharpie, but I did like how this turned out. Another one where I tried just coloring in the entire page and using pen on top of it. Some more hand studies with some more, it's not ink, I was using a water-based marker, but again, the pen wasn't water resistant, so it bled a little bit, so I used a green one this time, and I like how that turned out too. And I finished off this book with a bunch of eye studies that I did with a really chunky Pitt brush pen. So it's got like this really thick tip, and I'm not used to drawing with like really big broad tips, so I felt like that was really fun to do. I think this one's my favorite, and then this one. I don't like how the nose turned out, but I think the eyes captured a lot of the like expression. So I'm really happy with that. I didn't put anything on these back 2 pages. I feel like maybe I should have, but I was saving that in case I wanted to have more sticker space. But yeah, I really enjoy this sketchbook. As I said, these 2 pages are my favorite. Yeah, I really hope to get back to life drawing soon because I really miss it and I had a lot of fun with it. But yeah, I just use this for travel and for life drawing, and it was really fun, and I really enjoyed it. The paper was fun to work with, and I liked the size of the book, and I liked how pretty it looked, and I liked that one of my friends made it. So yeah, that will be all for today. Thank you for joining me for this sketchbook tour, and I will send you guys to the outro. Bye! Well, that's the end of this video. As usual, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section, or contact me on any of my social media, which is linked in the description below. I also have my Patreon there if you guys want to throw a monthly donation at me. Thanks so much for your support. I'll see you next time. Bye!